Good morning, or it's morning here. We heading out this morning. Gonna head down here to O'Reilly's, and Ethan rode the old Harley home last night. I'm gonna try to get it in a video or two here before long. But it's a classic shovel head. It seems it's fouled the plugs. We changed, put a S&S Super B shorty carburetor on it I had, and it seemed to be running good, but we put a Makuni, it had a Makuni carburetor with it, and it got a lot of gas and stuff on the plugs. But anyway, if you know anything about old shovels, they foul plugs anyway. So, but anyway, it's just an old chopper. It's more like a home built bike. Got a 74 cubic inch motor on it. It's pretty decent bike for what it is. I mean, it's just an old school chopper. It's straight out of the 70s. I think it was titled in '83. But me and Ethan done a job. We've done some body work on old Lincoln and got it in primer, and we traded off for it, so that's how we wound up with it. But anyway, I just thought I'd get a little bit video on the ride in this morning, and you know, just talk about some things we got going on for the day. But well, that's odd. Granny's kitchen's closed. Huh. Wonder what's special about today. It's just Thursday, which I might be missing something. I don't know. But gonna try to get that other video uploaded here in a little while, and on the Porsche, but I'm gonna be working on it. We got the other two vans delivered yesterday, the two vans, the one the lift gate, and then we put the bumper and the fender and the headlight in the other one. So we did get those done. They are delivered. Ethan's got to paint, I don't remember what he's got to paint. He's got to paint a fair amount of stuff today. And I'm going to be working on the Porsche, and I'm going to do some work on the old 66 Fairlane. I've kind of neglected it. I've got to get that done, get it moving back forward. But this morning I got to go down here to O'Reilly's here in Inman and meet Ethan, and then I got to go by O'Reilly's in Spartanburg and pick up a ABS sensor. Cadillac CTS, not an ABS sensor, that was for a Honda. Outer tie rod end. The outer tie rod end's broke, so we got to put it on. Ooh, that sounds bright. But put it on, and I may run by and check on the deck lid for the Fairlane. So anyway, I don't want to just keep talking and y'all see me riding down the road, but that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'll catch probably, unless something exciting happens, I might get a little video of the shovel here in a few minutes. But anyway, I don't want to just keep this on me riding down the road just flapping, because I can talk about a whole lot of nonsense, and that'd just be, well, it'd be what it is. But anyhow, I'm gonna pause this thing and I'll be back in just a little bit. And I am sitting here waiting at O'Reilly's. So seems like I'm forever waiting on them boys. But anyway, it is what it is.
It was running good coming through Grambling. It didn't start skipping until I come in the end.
Yeah.
It's like when it gets real hot.
Yeah, the plugs are breaking down when it gets hot.
That's why I was thinking they get hot and losing the spark. Let's see if they got a wrench where I can get them out.
But there it is. That's the old chopper I was talking about a while ago. It's a decent old bike. I mean, I'm gonna kind of do a video and go out over and point some stuff out on it. You can see it's got those Springer front. I do not like it not having a front fender or front brakes, but it is what it is. There's no way to really put them on, but I'll get into all of that on another video and go over some of that. But I mean, you can see I got the cap for the breather at home. I don't like that. We will do away with that. And I don't like the not having a primary cover, but a lot of people like that. So it ain't all about me. It's more Ethan's bike than it is mine. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna pause this thing just a second and let him get back out here with the plugs, and I'll get some more on that. While I'm standing out here, if anybody wondering, this food line right there, it's kind of ending where we live. I'm standing in the O'Reilly's parking lot, but he's back. Can you get to him with a wrench? Did they have the plugs, or they lifting them up?
Hell, I gotta get one out. Ooh, they're Harley Davidson plugs.
Put auto lights in it. They cheap, because this thing's gonna foul them about probably 150, 200 miles. You're gonna be changing plugs. So,
hell man, ooh, she leans.
Well, that ain't too bad.
Put that breather on it, might choke it up a little bit.
That ain't bad. Man, we put a new set in it and we'll read them. I'll look at them when you get to the shop. What did we get? Champion plugs? I guess that's the best we can do on short notice. But Champions may be better than they used to be. I don't know. Never been a Champion plug type of guy. I always like auto lights or NGKs, or of course AC Delcos and GM stuff. I was looking for the number on. Oh, there it is. 4, I can't even see it. Whatever that is. 404. Yeah. Alright, well that's good to know. That's the rear one. It's always the rear one. See if I can focus in on that.
See how that
You can see how to the front one a while ago, to the rear. The rear is more sooty. That's a classic shovel head. They foul the rear plugs because the rear cylinder catches more fuel and more heat for some reason. But anyway.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was. See how the front of the pipe right there was turning colors? I seen it last night. It was just burning so much hotter than the rear cylinder.
We may need to check the timing, and we may need to up it. I don't think so, with that being sooty like that.
It's got plenty of hell of it. When you crank it up, it blows fuel out of the front of the copper.
Yeah. Alrighty. Like I was saying a while ago, this is kind of just a little project. We're probably gonna sell it. Don't know just yet. But for one of the first things we're gonna do is we're gonna paint it. It's either gonna be just straight black, jet black, or we may do a true metal flake candy red on it. Don't know just yet. But anyway, I'm gonna put this on pause. We're gonna get back in the van and get back on the road. Carry on. and motorcycle people on top of cars. We've rode dirt bikes. I've had drag bikes during the day. Had turbo drag bikes. I had a turbo street bike. Back in the day, I rode those Z1s, and I'll probably do a video on that. Give a little bit about it one day. And I couldn't get over right there. Too much traffic. But anyway. Holding the phone by hand if it's a little jerky. You get up the side. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off for just a second where I can concentrate on driving. Alright, we finally made it to the shop this morning. I'm gonna get this thing set up where I can get video of me working on this old Porsche, and maybe here in a little while I'll go through when Tommy gets started on the side of that box truck, and we got to build up the Hyundai we painted yesterday and the Toyota Sienna. We got to get the rear bumper on it. So I'll try to get those here in a little while, and we'll go from there. But I'm gonna get this set up and show y'all. I don't have to look at it. I got to do a little pulling, and I got to bring the U side in. We got to do a lot of drilling, separate all that. I mean, it's gonna be a good, I call them grunt days, doing a lot of hard, just the grunt work of getting it all done. So let me get this camera turned around and we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna get started on this. I'm gonna grind these welds off. So I welded the plate on up here where I pulled this cow. Start there. these little holes right here that got tore in it, I'll weld those up and grind those back before we cap the rocker. I'm going to grind these little slags that filled up, and then we'll be ready. I'm going to go ahead and get the back trimmed up right quick, and then we'll get the used part in to start drilling it apart. You can see, let me move in a little closer. You see right here, this thing's had a quarter off put in it before. So I'm actually working behind other folks. That makes it a little more aggravating. But in the grand scheme of things, it all works out about the same, really. So what I'm gonna do, what's this thing move? So y'all get to see me learn to film everything. Sorry about all that. I might go back and edit this part out. See, one way it's too high. Well, I guess it'd have to be right there. Alright. But anyway, I'm going to take this lip off right here. I'm going to take this lip off right here. I don't know how they done that. Guess I'll see when we get there. I had to glue it right there. I'm not taking this out. So, I don't know what I'm going to do right there. Let me go get a razor blade where I can cut that windshield urethane off. I use a razor blade for this. A lot of different, things you can do. This is always what I do. You got a razor blade, just kind of get it going. You don't really want to cut the paint up in here, that causes couple of ways you can do slot welds. Some of them, if I can get them to knock off, I don't know if I can here, it may tear the pocket up. If I can knock them off, I do. If not, we'll have to go back and drill them. But knocking them off with the air hammer is so much faster. It's just as neat in the end because you got to go back and grind and clean everything up. I will probably drill these because we don't want to distort this inner jamb. Right here, I'm gonna have to drill or grind that. That's not working. I'm gonna drill these. We're gonna cut it here, and I'm gonna leave this lip right here because we'll glue that. And I'll explain that a little later. Let me get my drill, and I'll be right back. Try to focus in a little bit where you can see a little better. I think I know how I'm gonna do that though. I'm just gonna make a mess if I don't. I'm gonna cover the motor up with this thing right here. I'm gonna use this nifty little thing. Better cut that right out. This is a plasma cutter. see how that just cut the wheels loose right there? That way it tore the sheet metal up a little, but it's not terrible. And that's the thing, anytime that you go in behind ourselves or somebody else that's put a panel in, you're going to tear up more sheet metal getting it apart, because our welds with the big gun is not near as clean. They're stronger, but they're just not as clean round as like factory spot welds. Rivets?
Yeah. Go back up with it.
Yeah, I gotta find out what we need.
I'm gonna have to have that air hammer. I'll definitely do it that way if I can.
We're gonna glue this right here on that lip up there. Somehow. I'm gonna leave it. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I gotta change. These are the two main grinding discs we use. Well, there's three actually. There's a rock like this. It's about a 1/4 inch thick. We use that for grinding. I don't use them much anymore. These are for cutting. And the flappers are really good for just grinding. But this is like a cut-off wheel. You use it for more precision cuts. That was a little sedated. show you this right quick. This with the split in the tip right here, it's called a spot weld bit. What it does, where the spot weld is, it like where my finger's at, this will come up and kind of fork the weld, and it'll break the metal off of it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I got well, I've been pausing off and on, but anyway, I'm gonna pause. I got to do a set of brakes on a Charles Lee van, and I got to get the old section in because I'm as far as I can go now. I got to do a little cleaning up, but all the rough cuts are made. I got to get the other one in here and actually start drilling the used side apart. So when I get that in here, then I'll continue on. We'll continue on in the next video.